Today I will be telling you a story of Pedro Vivar. This is one of the many stories of a Mexican immigrant. Pedro was born in a small town with his 3 siblings and his 2 parents. The name of the town is Santa Maria, and it is located in Oaxaca, Mexico. Pedro came to the US in search of a better life and a better future for him and his family. Where he was from, the only source of income was from farming corn, beans, peas, other stuff like this, but this is the only way you can make a living. The way he got here was by crossing the border between the US and Mexico, and he had to travel a whole day and night without any breaks. He liked it here in the US because of all the equality and all the jobs that he could get here, and also that the government was not corrupt as they were in Mexico. He still loves Mexico with all his heart because that's where he came from and that's where his family's from and that's where he was born, but he would prefer to stay here in the US because of all the opportunities. He would still like to go to Mexico to see the house that he left behind because it was recently renovated, and also to see the family members that he left behind when he came to this country because it's been 15 years since he's seen them. He came to the US when he was 16 years old and immediately enrolled in high school. The high school he went to was Herbert Hoover High School in San Diego, California. Now as an adult, he works in a company called Coca-Cola, distributing soda all over Washington. For many Mexican immigrants, it is hard to learn English if you're coming from Mexico, but for him it was very easy because he settled into high school right away. He likes the luxuries that he can have here in the US, like owning a house or owning his own car. He also really likes the fact that he can go watch a Seahawks game anytime he wants with his family. The most important thing to him is that he can support his family, and he can make sure that food is never missing from the table. He was born and raised in Mexico, but spent most of his life here in the US. If he was to get deported, he would be very lost in Mexico because he hasn't been there so many years, because he has called the US his home. One of his biggest fears living here in the US is being deported and not being able to spend his life with his daughter. Although he is not in Mexico, he regularly attends church every Sunday like he used to do when he was back home. He is also in a rather successful band. He plays Mexican music and does what he loves, and that is compose music. People in the US have been mean and cruel to him, but that will not put him down, because he always keeps his family in mind and always tries to do his best for his family. And now he is working on his immigration status so he can get his papers and stop living in fear of losing everything that he has created here in the US.